Good morning, everybody. Welcome to My World Tarot and more. Hope everybody woke up happy and healthy and in a great mood. I'm sending you all abundance of positive energy. So today we're going to go ahead and do a collective reading. I've pre-shuffled, but here I'll move them around a little bit more. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. So I got the Page of Wands, the Nine of Cups, and the Nine of Swords. Okay. So for recent past, overall I got the Six of Cups. Okay. So Page of Wands, it means somebody in the recent past maybe was looking towards some new discoveries. Within themselves. They want happiness. You wanted happiness with the Ten of Cups following. Or Nine of Cups following. Yeah. Had some, with the Nine of Swords, had some anxiety going on, okay? And with this overall, you're wanting to reconnect with somebody. Absolutely wanting to reconnect. Let's go ahead and go off this Page of Wands. Yeah, so I got the Seven of Swords and the Seven of Wands here. Okay, so what I'm seeing is someone's looking for new discoveries. They wanting to step away. You're trying to, with that Nine of Swords, you're wanting to figure out a way to get away from something, okay, for some battles, some issues that you're having, okay? And this is in the recent past. Yeah, because you're with that, and this over top of that Page of Wands, and then you get, the Seven of Wands, which is you're trying to put those things that aren't suiting you behind you, okay? You're trying to put them down, those things that just, because we outgrow stuff, and we outgrow people, and we outgrow, people, places, and things, and that's what I'm seeing here. You're wanting to, get away. Yeah, you're wanting happiness. You wanted happiness, sorry, because this is in the recent past. Yeah, let's go ahead and go off that Nine of Cups. Yeah, Nine of Swords and, the Three of Swords. A lot of swords going on. So there's definitely some conflict. You wanted happiness, it looks like, for some of you. Really looking for happiness, and it just, something wasn't clicking. It could also mean that for some of you, you stepped out, okay? So over top, and let me explain, over top of that Nine of Cups, you've got the Nine of Swords. Yeah, you're running towards something. Or we're running towards something. And it has something to do with, of course, a third party. So it could mean for some of you that everything was going good and, maybe you just weren't happy, you weren't feeling it, and you stepped out on somebody. And it was really bothering you because you want to reunite with that person, okay? For some of you, it means, you're looking towards, going towards that happiness. Something's, you're trying to discover, because you've had some heartbreak in your recent past, you're trying to discover that happiness, only because it is under that Nine of Cups there. Let's go ahead and go off this Nine of Swords, okay? See what was giving you some anxiety. Yeah, okay. So, with the Nine of Swords, I got the Seven of Pentacles, and I got the Knight of Pentacles. So, you were definitely thinking of some options with this card, okay? Contemplating. Yeah, looking towards some sort of what's important to you, or thinking, okay, so what's important to me? Is it where I'm at, or is it where I'm going? Okay? For some of you, you might have had some issues in a relationship, and you're just, thinking, wondering, okay, so I'm looking for happiness. Is this going to give me happiness? Are we going to be able to work it out? Overall energy is definitely, with this Six of Cups, somebody's wanting to reunite. So there could have been a breakup, and, or it just could have been somebody out there stepping out, okay? Because they're unsure. They want to reunite with someone from their past. Okay, let's go ahead and do present. Get these shuffled a little bit. Okay. Okay, so in the present, yeah. Okay. It's definitely looking like someone's getting away with sneaking away. Okay. So I got the 2 of Cups. In the present, I got the 5 of Swords, and I've got the 8 of Wands. Okay, and then again, overall, is that reunite. Okay, so with the 2 of Cups, it looks like in the present, you want to sync up with somebody. Now, this could also mean, but I'm not seeing it that way, so I'm not. It's definitely a relationship, okay? You're definitely wanting to put, with this 5 of Swords, you're definitely wanting to put the battles behind you and walk away. And you want to travel. You want to travel to whoever this is you want to reunite with. Yeah, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Someone's stepping out. That's what it looks like. That's what this reading looks like. Now, it might not all resonate. But, you know, and if it does, you know, let me know in the comments. But someone's definitely contemplating or was contemplating maybe stepping out. Or somebody is stepping out. Okay? To go back to somebody. Maybe somebody that gave him heartache, because we did get that 3 of Swords. Okay? So let's go ahead and go off this 2 of Cups and see what's going on. Yeah, Justice card. And Ace of Wands. So that's here in the present. So you feel like this syncing with this person, this you want kind of like a partnership. So you want something. And I see it as a relationship. I'm not feeling it could. I mean, it could be. You know, maybe you're contemplating a business with somebody. Because with that Justice card, you feel like it's just and true. Like, it could also mean that someone's got a court case coming up. And, you know, maybe that's what the issue is. Someone's, I don't know. I'm seeing it more like a relationship. And then the Ace of Wands, okay? You're discovering a lot about what you're doing and where you want to go. The universe is handing knowledge to you, okay? And because you see all the new growth, you in the present are trying to figure it out, okay? Yeah, especially with you stepping, you know, back away from the battle, leaving the battle. Yeah, over top of that 5 of Swords, also get the 4 of Swords. And, yeah, the 3 of Wands. Okay, so with the 4 of Swords, you're contemplating. You're kind of just thinking things through, okay? You're in the present. You're walking away from battles. Thinking things through. Looking ahead to what you want, okay? And in some decisions, you are wanting to travel. Travel to reunite. Okay, it could also mean vice versa. The person who you are thinking about is contemplating you wanting to travel towards you. Okay, they're thinking things through. Yeah, let's go ahead and go off this 8 of Wands. Queen of Cups and yeah, the Ace of Cups. Okay. So, it's definitely something going on in a relationship, okay? Either to or from to you, okay? There's definitely going to be somebody reuniting here. Yeah, especially with the Queen of Cups. Like, you know, you're traveling to or traveling to a person that they feel that is, can fill their cups, can make them happy. Yeah, they feel like this person could reward them, like not necessarily in material stuff, but give them what they need as far as emotional and mental and all that other stuff. It looks like in the present that the universe has definitely given you some new discoveries and is trying to get you to think about, because this was in between the two aces, to think about what you're doing so that you can be rewarded, from the universe. Yeah. And that's in the present. You're definitely contemplating stuff. You're definitely not taking your time, but looking at things, okay? For this reunion. Let's go ahead and go off that near future. Yeah. Maybe you're wanting to travel, or they're wanting to travel to think. I'm seeing it towards the reunion. There's going to be some sort of reunion, because that's the overall. Yeah, someone that gives you good memories and good, Yeah. Well, I'm trying to think, well, maybe it's, for a business, but it's really not, because we got that Three of Swords. So it's definitely someone stepping out and thinking, okay, should I get back with an ex? Or an ex is thinking, is wanting to come back to you. Or you're contemplating leaving somebody to go to somebody. Okay, those are the two options in this reading. Definitely contemplating and thinking things through to try and see which would bring you more happiness, or which would, there's definitely travel involved. Okay, so let's go ahead and do near future. Oh, okay. Oh. Okay. So, excuse me, I have to get some drink of my coffee. Okay, in near future, my near futures aren't out that far. There's going to be a judgment. And I'm sure the judgment is over. It's going to be the final. Like, it's like when you go to court and you to solve something, what the judge says is final. This is a final, like you made a final decision, it looks like. And then I get the Four of Wands. Four of Wands is marriage, happy home, happy life, that connection. It doesn't necessarily mean marriage. I mean, it could just mean that commitment, okay? And then the Sun. Happiest card in the tarot. So whatever decision you make here in the near future from these first three cards, well, it's pretty good. Let me go ahead and go off that Judgment. Yep, there's the Lover's card again. Yep, you've definitely make a decision. Yep, you have a chat, and there's the Tower over top of that Judgment. Okay, so you've definitely made a decision about who you're wanting, or who they want. Okay, because it can go both ways. It could be you, or it could be somebody coming towards you. Okay, they've made the decision, but it's collective, so it could go both ways. Yeah, had a towering moment. Let's go ahead and go up that Four of Wands. Yeah, Four of Wands. I got the Ten of Pentacles. Happy home, happy life, happy everything. Yeah, very abundant. Yep, but there's still some contemplating going on, okay, with that Four of Swords. Yep, still some contemplating. Yeah. Okay, the Sun, and then I get over top of the Sun, I get the Devil. And so it's definitely maybe some toxic stuff going on. Okay? Definitely some toxic stuff going on, though, in this relationship. Yeah. You've made a decision. You're contemplating it. Everything maybe starts out good, but then you start thinking things through, and you're like, wow. But whatever decision you made, it's kind of the final decision. Like, you're going to stick it out. It's something binding, okay? But it's very toxic. Now, toxic can mean an addictive behavior. It can mean drugs, alcohol, shopping, eating. Anything can be addictive, okay? And so it's some sort of bondage, okay? And addictive, as you know, any addiction it's bondage. But there's something toxic coming up. Go ahead and go up that Knight of Cups. Okay, and then I get the Knight of Cups over top of that. Let me look at these for just a second here. So you have a tower moment. You're contemplating about, your cups being filled. It looks like, for the most part, this decision that you make, you're happy. You're definitely contemplating some toxic behaviors, or they are. Everything looks good. Let me go off this Six of Cups. I want to see somebody you're looking to the future with. Okay. Okay, so what I have found, because over top of that Six of Cups, I get the Three of Wands in the World, okay? And that's overall, that's overall energies, okay? So it just looks like in the near future, you have, you made a decision, okay? You have a towering moment. You're contemplating some stuff. You're definitely happy. There might be some words of commitment coming up, which could be marriage, engagement, something like that. You're happy. There is a little bit of toxic behavior going on, but with the World card showing up, I see you making a transition, or them making a transition, a new cycle towards the better. Yeah, with the Knight of Cups showing up. It's definitely about a reunion. Someone going to or fro. Okay, and transitions being done. Everything looks great. So whatever decision you do make, it's definitely going to work out. You think about some behaviors that you need to work on. Everything looks good. And that's in the near future. So you're definitely thinking things through, or they are, about a serious relationship that happens, okay? Well, let me go ahead and get a card from my Sacred Forest Oracle deck here. Spirit, higher beings, ancestors, show me the card from a beautiful collective. Draw one out. Okay. Eagle spirit, freedom. There you go. What a beautiful card. It's just saying that, go with what's going to make you feel more free, because you don't want to be, with that devil showing up, you don't want to be bound. You don't want that toxic. You just do what's going to make you feel free and you feel good, and that's the advice from Spirit. All right, guys. Well, I hope you all enjoyed this reading, and I wish you all well. Remember, what you put out there is what you're going to get back with your energy, so be kind to each other. Actions, words, thoughts, emotions, all that energy, whatever you put out, it's coming back. So I wish you all well, and I'll do another reading here in a couple days, and sending y'all an abundance of positive energy and lots of hugs and kisses, and This is My World Tarot and Mar, and I'll see you at the next reading.